Episode 4 of All American Season 8 takes its time revealing why Amina suddenly returned home from Dinsburg, but by the end of the episode, viewers discover that she has been hiding far more than anyone expected. The story is not just about her suspension from school. It is also about a secret involving KJ that has the potential to completely change several relationships for the rest of the season. The episode, titled No More Hiding, lives up to its name because nearly every major storyline revolves around people keeping important truths from one another. Some of those secrets are motivated by fear, others by loyalty, and one by feelings that neither character seems ready to fully confront. The biggest reveal concerns Amina and everything that happened during her time at Dinsburg. From the beginning of the season, the series has hinted that something serious forced her to leave the prestigious boarding school. Every flashback suggested there was more to the story than viewers had been told. Episode 4 finally fills in those missing pieces, but instead of revealing only one secret, it uncovers two completely different situations that are about to collide. The first mystery involves why Amina was forced to return home. Earlier episodes suggested her departure was connected to an article she wrote for the school newspaper, but the exact details remained unclear. Episode 4 finally explains what happened. Amina wrote an article about Julio, one of the employees at Dinsburg, after he was unfairly arrested by immigration and customs enforcement officers. However, her article was not simply about Julio's arrest. She directly criticized the school administration for failing to support one of its own employees. Rather than standing beside Julio during an incredibly difficult situation, Dinsburg chose silence. Amina publicly challenged that silence. Her article accused the institution of refusing to take responsibility, and that decision placed her directly at odds with the people running the school. Although Amina believes she did the right thing, the administration clearly disagreed. Instead of rewarding her courage, they punished her. The consequences became severe enough that she ultimately had to leave Dinsburg altogether. This storyline highlights one of the episode's strongest themes. Doing the right thing does not always protect someone from consequences. Amina acted according to her principles, but that decision may now affect her academic future in ways she never anticipated. Even though she has no regrets about standing up for Julio, she still has to live with everything that followed. That alone would have been enough emotional weight for one episode. Instead, the series reveals an even bigger secret. Throughout the season, viewers have noticed how close Amina and KJ have become. Their friendship has always seemed unusually strong, especially considering KJ is currently in a relationship with Tori. Until now, it appeared that Amina simply leaned on KJ for emotional support while struggling at Dinsburg. Episode 4 completely changes that understanding. The flashbacks reveal that KJ did far more than simply check in on his friend. Wanting to make sure she was not alone, he surprised Amina by traveling to Dinsburg during the school dance after learning she did not have a date. The gesture already suggested that their connection extended beyond ordinary friendship. Then the episode delivers its biggest surprise. That night, KJ and Amina shared a kiss. This revelation instantly transforms one of the season's most important relationships. Up until now, the emotional tension between them could easily have been interpreted as deep friendship. The kiss confirms that their feelings became romantic, even if only for one moment. More importantly, almost nobody knows it happened. Only Amina, KJ, and one trusted friend are aware of the truth. Everyone else, including Tori, remains completely unaware. That secret now hangs over every interaction between the characters. The episode carefully builds tension by showing Tori becoming increasingly suspicious. She notices how naturally KJ and Amina gravitate toward one another. Even without knowing about the kiss, she can sense there is something she is not being told. As viewers already know the truth, every scene between the three characters suddenly carries much greater emotional weight. The kiss itself raises several important questions. Was it simply an emotional moment between two close friends during a difficult period? Or does it reveal feelings that neither KJ nor Amina has fully admitted to themselves? The episode deliberately avoids providing clear answers. Instead, it allows the uncertainty to create anticipation for everything that follows. Regardless of how either character currently feels, one fact cannot be ignored. Keeping the kiss a secret becomes increasingly difficult the longer KJ continues dating Tori. Once the truth eventually emerges, it will almost certainly damage every relationship involved. That is why the episode appears to be setting up what could become the biggest love triangle of Season 8. Unlike many television love triangles built purely on misunderstandings, this one already contains genuine emotional history. There was an actual romantic moment between KJ and Amina. That history cannot simply disappear. Even if both characters decide nothing more should happen, the knowledge itself has the power to reshape every future interaction. Another storyline focuses on Beverly High and the ongoing battle over the head coach position. For most viewers, it appears Jordan has already won. Principal Landon has effectively offered him the position and is only waiting for Jordan to officially accept. From Jordan's perspective, everything seems settled. However, Episode 4 reminds viewers that nothing is completely final yet. Cassius refuses to accept defeat. Rather than walking away quietly, he searches for another way to keep his job. He believes there is still one influential booster capable of changing Principal Landon's decision. This gives Cassius one final opportunity to fight for the position. Although the odds are clearly against him, the episode makes it clear that he has not abandoned hope. Whether his efforts succeed remains uncertain, but the storyline creates additional tension heading into the next episode. Professionally, Jordan may believe his future has already been decided. In reality, another challenge could still be waiting. Episode 4 also quietly begins laying the foundation for several future conflicts. One of the most interesting developments involves Coop. Although her storyline receives less attention this week, the episode establishes where her journey is heading next. Both Layla and Amina express concerns about some of Coop's recent professional decisions. Coop believes the best way to reassure everyone is by bringing the family together. She plans to host a family dinner where she hopes everyone will finally understand that she is making the right choices. While the idea sounds simple, fans of the series know that family gatherings rarely remain peaceful for long. That dinner appears set to become one of the central events in the next episode. Meanwhile, another important shift begins happening among the younger characters. Instead of remaining focused on KJ, Tori starts spending more time with Khalil. Their growing friendship may initially appear unrelated to the larger story. However, Episode 4 strongly hints that the two of them will begin investigating whether KJ and Amina are hiding more than just the truth about Dinsburg. Tori's suspicions are already growing. If Khalil joins her in looking for answers, the secret kiss may not remain hidden for much longer. This creates an especially dangerous situation because KJ and Amina are already carrying two separate secrets. One involves the suspension from Dinsburg. The other involves their romantic moment. As more people begin asking questions, separating those two secrets becomes increasingly difficult. One revelation could easily lead to the other. From a thematic perspective, No More Hiding explores the consequences of silence from several different angles. Amina refused to stay silent when she witnessed injustice at Dinsburg, and she paid a heavy personal price. At the same time, she and KJ have chosen to remain silent about something deeply personal, creating an entirely different kind of problem. The episode asks whether keeping painful truths hidden ever truly protects anyone. So far, the answer appears to be no. Every character attempting to hide something only creates even greater complications later. The ending therefore leaves several major storylines poised to collide. Amina must deal with the long-term consequences of standing up for what she believed was right. KJ faces the growing possibility that his relationship with Tori could collapse if the truth about the kiss comes to light. Jordan's future as Beverly High's head coach remains uncertain while Cassius prepares one final attempt to reverse the decision. Coop hopes to prove herself through a family gathering that may create more questions than answers. Finally, Tori and Khalil appear ready to uncover the truth that KJ and Amina have worked so hard to keep hidden. Episode 4 does not rely on shocking action or dramatic cliffhangers. Instead, it succeeds by revealing just enough information to completely change how viewers understand the relationships at the center of the series. What first looked like a story about Amina's suspension has evolved into a much more complicated emotional conflict involving loyalty, trust, honesty, and feelings that refuse to stay buried. As the season moves forward, the biggest question is no longer whether Amina's secrets will be exposed. It is how much damage those secrets will cause once everyone finally learns the truth.